Hi everybody, this is Cheryl at Creative Wreaths and Flowers, and tonight I'm going to decorate our Mardi Gras Day Wreath. I put a video on earlier of how I made the very bottom layer, which is a poof, a gold poof that went around, and then what I did is I just ruffled 4 different colors. 2 were 12 inches long of the yellow and the lime, and 2 were 10 inches long of the green and the dark blue, just to give it a lot of color. Now what I've done is I kind of, and I like to do this before I glue, or I'm going to try to not use any hot glue tonight because unfortunately I have another burn. I have finger protectors on all the fingers but the one I burned. Go figure. But anyway, I have the decorations laid out how I kind of think I like them. And now I'm going to go back and attach them to the wreaths using, well, this is made on a 14-inch working frame I got on clearance at Joann's. So I'm going to try to put, I have garland. I got some really great garland at the Dollar Tree the other day. So I got some garland and I've got some other bling on here. I'm going to just, I didn't get to seal this wreath, unfortunately. The weather's just too cold and I don't want to do it in an enclosed space like the garage because I'm afraid the vapors will fly up through the air system, and since my grandson is right above the garage, his bedroom, I didn't want to do that. But anyway, so I'm going to move the camera now. Hopefully this is the last time we have to do this with this camera on the laptop. I'm hoping to borrow a webcam tomorrow to try and see how I like that. But anyway, I'll go ahead and kind of position this where you can kind of see it. What I did is I kind of laid the decorations out. It's kind of hard to tell. I have a mask, I have some garland, I have some picks, I have a hair clip. So I'm going to just remove this stuff off. This is the hair clip I'm going to be using. It has some little gold things on it. I'm going to use, I had a blue mask on here, but it blended in too much. So for a little pop, I'm going to use this pink mask I got at the Dollar Tree. Both of those were at the Dollar Tree. I have 3 of these picks that I'm going to put on there. Oops. I got these on sale at Hobby Lobby. I believe they were 90% off, 80% off. Anyway, it was in their New Year's Eve section. I have a couple of gold bead necklaces that I got at the Dollar Tree. They came 3, I think, in a package. And then I got this really cool garland. I don't know where the end is. I know this is hard to see, and I'm sorry. But I got the garland at the Dollar Tree when Melinda said, Mom, if you'll ride over to Ulta with me, I will take you to the Dollar Tree. And who passes up a trip to the Dollar Tree? But it worked out well because while I was at the Dollar Tree, I got not only this garland, but they also had some of their spring mesh in, which I actually have a box case on order sitting. It came in today or tonight down in Bellevue, so I have to go pick that up tomorrow when I go out and borrow that webcam. So I'm just kind of trimming off some of the little strings that are hanging out, But anyway, so what I did is I put the poof ruffle on first on the bottom, and then I interchanged and moved around, you know, my different meshes, putting 2 meshes each on each tie. So, like I said, I'm just kind of clipping, and it's kind of funny. I was using a one of those that you use in the office for paper on my fingers because the one I burned was really sore. And when you ruffle mesh, it hurts your fingers. You know, it can really kind of scrape them. And so I had it on and I kept losing it in the mesh because it was just a teeny bit too big for my finger. So hopefully, I'm thinking I recovered that. I'll have to check to make sure. It'd be like a doctor leaving something in a patient if not. But anyway, so my ties are only tied down once, and that's because I wanted to use the ties to at least put on our garland. And like I said, I know this isn't very good because it's so sideways. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start down here. I don't know where the bottom and the top is really. I haven't quite decided. Once we get it all decorated and get down to the mask and stuff, I'll make my decision. So I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to put the one end of my garland in here on the lower bar. And I think I'm not positive yet. Not really positive if I want to close them off or not, because when I put on the necklaces, I'm not really sure how I want to do that. But I'm just going to go around, and I'm going to tie in my garland all the way around all my ties. And I actually got 2 of these garlands, but one piece seemed to be doing real well. And I don't want to overdo it, so I may skip a tie or 2 and just kind of silent tonight. I've kind of had a day. My back didn't appreciate all the walking I did yesterday, so oh, I'm on camera. I'm on camera. So Finn and Nick just walked in. Anyway, yes, I heard you, Nat. The Eagles won. Anyway, I'm just going to wind this back and forth around until I get it on there kind of like where I think it looks good. And I am going to kind of snip the strays as I go along if I see them, because I really don't want them in here. Hate the fact I couldn't seal this. But anyway, we just this is a lot of garment. In fact, I may have enough left over that I'm so excited about this one, I might actually make another one so that I can use blue mask I found. And now I'm back to where I began. Oops. Sometimes it gets a little difficult to not take out your other things in the die. All right. And so I think we'll just leave it go there and snip right there. Have just a little bitty piece left over. And voila. So now that we have our garland on, I'm going to decide where I want to place those beads. I have a gold one and a purple one. I think I'll just put that little gold one right in there. And just putting it into the ties. What? So anyway, we'll just hang that kind of like that. I've got it connected in 2 spots, and this one, this side, I might just attach it right here. That way it keeps it from flinging all over. And bunch it up a little bit. I don't know. I sometimes the mesh is the good part, and sometimes when you get around to putting your decorations on, it's the good part. And then since we have the gold one over here, I think I'll put the purple one over this way. I think we'll just start it right here, maybe. It was a little later getting on tonight because we had to watch the Bruins game, and we actually beat the Canadians, Montreal, a Canadian team, I guess, in a shootout. So we get 2 points. So that made my family happy. I was real excited. Sometimes that just doesn't happen. But we did make it through the shootout. And we got the 2 points. And that was good for us. I'm just going to leave that kind of like that. See if you can see it. Here's the purple beads. Here's the gold ones. I think so they're out. And as we add more bling, of course, we get more excitement. I'm going to, let's see. I've been trying to debate how I was going to put this mask on, mostly because it has a tie on it, but I don't know that that's going to hold it down or not. So I also got out my floral wire. And I want to go with this to attach it. And I'm going to put it on a piece of lime and yellow mesh so it stands out more. And I think if we play it just right, I should be able to use the tie on the mask itself to attach it, down. I'm going to turn this over so I can see what I'm doing here on the bottom, because it is just one of the ties, not both. So it's a little bit harder to do. But I think we can get it to work. I'll do it just like that. And then we'll get the other side. And it's mostly just moving your mesh, finding your wire, and taking it from there when you connect things down. One thing I do need to do before I get much further, probably after I put this mask on, is go through and make sure all the white ties from, because it was a white working wreath, are down and secured on the bottom so that they're not sticking out, being a part of the wreath, so to say. Okay. Come here. Hold that string. There we go. And I want to make sure that I have this up. So I'm going to pull it down a little bit. This wreath will measure it. I got my measure tape out. I had it in my purse for measuring purposes. But I'll measure kind of the width and how thick it is. So it kind of shows you the different methods and the thickness. And I think this would be okay on a screen door. I just wouldn't hang it outside since. And there's the mask attached. It's pretty secure the way we have it tied on. So let's see. And then I think I'm going to probably use some floral wire. Cut a piece of that off. I'm going to take these picks. I'm going to insert them in here so that they are hidden. This one might actually fit in this tie. So that I'm going to put it on that tie, and I'm going to tuck this tie down. Because after this, all we have left is the hair tie that I'm going to put on, and it clips. So I want to make sure all of my white tie downs are secured and down under. And then we'll just kind of fluff it. Actually, I didn't need my piece of floral wire. There's another tie down. And with these tie downs, what I do is I just push them around to the back so they're in under. And I watched a little YouTube earlier today and was looking at some different, seeing if there was different styling or what. I saw some really cute Easter wreaths. I saw a really cute idea for a table centerpiece. I really thought that it was cute. And I might try one of those. My other thing is by Memorial Day, I want to get they call them saddle wreath type maker. Anyway, it's for the top of a headstone. So I'd like to make one. My mother and dad have a singular headstone. You know, they're both on one headstone. My grandparents has their flower vase is in the middle, so it would have to be two smaller ones. And I'd also like to make a couple with more flower wreaths in there so that I could put those out in May. If I don't get it in May, I'm going to be down there maybe in August. I have a class reunion. Didn't go for the first 30 years, but I will probably go down. I went for number 30, and this will be number 35, so thought I might go back down home and hang out with my aunt for a little while. Just see all those people I haven't seen for years. It was fun the last time I went. I enjoyed it. So I'm just tucking my white ties in. I've got two more of those picks to put on somewhere. Not quite sure where I want them. I might try bending that pick, kind of sticks out in the middle. This one. So I'm wondering, is this wire? By golly, I think it is. I'm just going to bend that back down like that. Maybe poof it out some more. Give it a little bit more fling, zing. Maybe, don't know. Sometimes it's such a hard decision. I just go where the inspiration hits me. And I'll stick this one here. I thought these were cute little things. Like I said, I got them at Hobby Lobby down on Dodge when I was there the other day. It was 80% off, and I thought, well, that would work for Mardi Gras Day Wreath. And gives it a little bit more celebration zing. Kind of takes a little concentration to do this. That, and I guess maybe just the mood I'm in today. Just a little bit. I guess it's pretty tight. So we have one there, we have one there. And let's see, let's just go ahead. This will help pop that red out on the mask, I think, if I put it right in here. Kind of spread them out. This one, I think, I could find my wire. Oh, no. The other neat thing is you can attach right to the mesh with this little, I don't know if you can even see it. There it is, a little floral wire. Oops, oh, there we go. Just stick this little piece of floral wire down in here, and I see it tied close, so I'm gonna thread that down in here underneath. See if I can grab it. There we go. Sometimes it's just a little difficult. Put it a few times so we're sure it's in there good and tight. I'm kind of excited. The mesh that came in is my spring mesh, even though it's only 6 inches wide. It's kind of, they aren't really ready for the spring season around. They're still working on the Valentine's Day, and then I'm sure it'll go to the St. Patrick's Day. Okay, that looks like it's down pretty good. That wasn't really helpful. And I actually had some ribbon laid out in case we thought we needed ribbon. You know, I felt like it needed ribbon. But really, this one is kind of busy. I usually, because of my experience, keep them pretty simple. And I'm going to start trying to get into more ribbon, though, because it actually is very nice. I love the peacock materials and the peacock colors. So I have been wanting to make one out of peacock for quite some time, out of the peacock colors. And got a white tie I'm trying to hide. But anyway, I saw a real cute one. So I want to try to get, probably have to go to somewhere like, well, one of the hobby stores, like Hobby Lobby or Joann's or Michael's, to get the turquoise that I want. But I tell you, when you start working with all this mesh, this works with a lot of color mesh, you got to kind of figure out and do. And so we got that one, and the only thing I have left is the hair clip. That's a clip on the back. And all I'm going to do, I want the beads to go down, or the danglies to go down. So I'm going to find an appropriate piece of mesh here in the middle and stick it on. And I'm going to turn this all the way back around. Hold it up. And I think I like that. And maybe I don't like where that hair clip is. Maybe I want it to stand out just a little bit better. Maybe we'll try it with the things going to the top. Better yet. Maybe it looks a little better. I just can't decide where I want it. I think that looks pretty darn good. It's kind of hard for you to see it here right now. What I'll do is I will hang it in my favorite spot on my door and take a picture of it and post it online so you can see what the final product looks like. But it looks to me like it's all gone or all done. All I've got to do is go back through and hide the ties, and it'll be set and ready to go. I know nobody jumped on here, so this will just come up on the timeline. But I do like to go on every once in a while and show you guys what I'm doing and keep informed. I'm not good at keeping up with getting the pictures in the photo album, I noticed, so maybe that's a tomorrow project. Play with the computer some, see what's happening. Alrighty then. I think we've finished this one for the night. Sorry, it was just a short little thing. Like I said, I think I'll probably start cutting some spring colors. I did pick some up at the Papillion Dollar Tree. And so more than likely I'll start cutting some of that up tonight because I want to start making the spring and the Easter wreaths. Sandy, if you ever watched this, that was the cutest little bunny butt ring, I think they call it. Bunny butt wreath. That's what they called it. Looked like a Pooh Bear stuck in the honey tree. And that was very, very cute. I enjoyed seeing that. I probably will make one just like that, especially since that was on Etsy. So it is for sale. If any of you are on my personal Facebook, Sandy Bogema tagged me in a post of it, and you can go tag on it to go look at it. It was quite highly priced. I don't price mine that high, at least not yet. This one would be one of the higher ones. One like this I would probably sell for $20 because of all the mesh and then all the bling. So that would be about my cost out of it. But anyway, I'm going to go and get busy on some other stuff. I feel like I need to get my wreath on and get some therapy going. But anyway, thank you all. If you watch this, I appreciate it. And thank everybody for watching and liking my wreaths. And that really makes me feel good. Everyone have a nice and warm evening. And hopefully the weather will get better soon. Bye-bye.